As James Cronwell states, pets are humanizing. They remind us of our obligation and responsibility to preserve, care for, and nurture all life. Today I will be talking with you about how to properly clean and treat an animal's wound, as well as the importance. Hello, my name is Logan, and I have worked as a veterinarian assistant and kennel technician for the past 4 years, as well as lived with a veterinarian my entire life. Now, our materials and how we can get them. First of all, depending on the wound, you can use things like reusable bandages or basic vet wrap. For cleaning your wound, you'd usually use something like Chlorhex solution to wipe down and disinfect open or recently closed wounds in order to prevent infection. And then, depending on both the dog and the wound, you can have something like a recovery suit in order to prevent them from injuring themselves further. Most of these materials you can get somewhere like Amazon, Walmart, or your local veterinarian. Other things, though, are a little bit harder to get. This is our little subject for today, and how I'm going to show you how to treat a wound. He does not have any wounds, so for the sake of the process, we're going to pretend. Now, depending on the dog, you may need something to distract them, but this little one's very, very nice. His name is Thor. Hey, Bubba, come here. Now, wherever you have your wound, you'd use something like your Chlorhex solution, or if you can't get that, a wet paper towel. You wipe the area down. After wiping it down, you can fold it to use a different side or just get a new piece of gauze. Then, when you're ready to dress the wound, you get your vet wrap or reusable bandage. If you have vet wrap, you unravel it first and then wind it back up just so it's easier to use. And then, using a little bit of pressure, you wrap the wound, careful to not get it too tight so you don't A, injure them further, and B, cut off blood circulation, because we want the wound to heal, not fester. Hey. Now, he's all wrapped up. He's good to go. Now, what do we do when we need to get rid of old bandages? Now, reusable bandages, you can just unwrap, throw them in a washer or dryer with some bleach and laundry soap, and they're good to go. But your vet wrap, you just throw in a disposal bin, and if it was used for something that was infectious, you would throw it in a hazard bin. Then we have our recovery suit. If they had an open wound that needed to drain, you would put this on so they are not able to tear at their wound and injure themselves further. Cut. So, I would like to conclude with a few extra pieces of information I left out in my past pieces of this speech. Depending on the type of wound, there are different recovery times and things to consider. You should always consult an expert, a veterinarian, of course, in this case. You want to consistently replace your pet's bandages in order to ensure that they do not have an infection or the wound would fester or worsen in some way. And I'd like you to consider the importance of having this knowledge in order to take care of your animal, as we are capable of taking care of ourselves. They are not. They rely on us in everyday life.